Hello, South Jordan. I'm Rachel Van Cleve, your Public Information Officer for the City of South Jordan, and this is SoJo News Now, news just for you. Coming up, how to protect yourself from porch pirates, cooking safety tips for the holiday season from your South Jordan Fire Department, and what you can expect for this year's Light the Night celebration. And finally, get the latest update on Google Fiber installation in South Jordan. First, a SoJo Recreation update. And we're back. Thanks for tuning in to SoJo News Now, news just for you. Now we're going to hear a safety message from Officer Sean Becker of our South Jordan Police Department to talk about how to keep your holiday treasures safe from porch pirates. Sean?
I'm Officer Becker with the South Jordan Police Department, here to offer some tips to keep yourself from becoming a victim this holiday season. As the holidays draw nearer, we see more and more package thefts from porches. To keep yourself safe when you order that package for your loved one, perhaps consider the time of day that it's going to be delivered. If you're going to be at work, have that package delivered to your place of business. There are secure locations that you can also have those packages delivered. Maybe talk to your neighbor and have them grab the package once you get an alert that the package has been delivered. I hope these safety tips will help those packages get underneath your tree for the big surprise on Christmas. Please share this information with friends and family so others can benefit. Thank you, and have a wonderful holiday.
Thanks, Sean. Cooking scrumptious holiday meals is a long-standing tradition for families. It is also a recipe for kitchen mishaps that can turn into devastating house fires if you don't take proper precautions. Our reporter, Joshua Timothy, is with the South Jordan Fire Department to talk about just how hot things can get while you cook that holiday dinner. He's there with our Deputy Fire Chief, Ryan Lesner, to get some tips to make sure your holiday cooking masterpiece doesn't turn into a holiday disaster. Josh?
Thanks, Rachel. I'm Joshua Timothy with SoJo News Now, and I'm out here at Station 64 in South Jordan with Deputy Chief Lesner. They're doing a cooking fire demonstration today, and what are we here to see today?
So thanks, Josh, for coming out. What's important to us at the fire department is we have the ability to convey some safety messages to our residents. Cooking fires are the number one cause of house fires, especially during the holiday times, right, which we're rapidly approaching. So we just want to give some safety tips to our residents on ways that they can protect themselves, their families, and their homes during these holiday seasons.
Speaking of safety tips, I got the Focus here, the South Jordan Focus, in the mail with my utility bill. And in this, there was an article from the fire department about holiday cooking safety, where you're giving some of these tips.
Right.
Could you share some of those tips with residents today?
Absolutely. What's important, number one, is making sure that we keep friends, family, kids away from our stove and our oven when we're cooking. We recommend at least a 3-foot buffer around. Again, we don't want pots and pans getting pulled down, especially by young children, because that can result in serious injuries. We also want to make sure we're keeping away things that can ignite, like mitts, pads, cooking utensils, those things that can cause fires or start fires. We want those in a safe distance away from. And also be paying attention. Many times people accidentally take a phone call, someone's at the door, which distracts them, takes them away, and that can result in a cooking fire if it's unattended.
Okay. So in today's demonstration, we're going to show how to put out a kitchen grease fire, right? So if this happens in my home, I accidentally leave the pan on there too long, the grease catches on fire, maybe something I can do to help stop that, right?
Exactly.
And a tip that we probably shouldn't do to a grease fire, right?
That's right. We'll talk about it. So number one, in the event that someone does have a fire on their stove, on their oven, the thing that we want is wearing a cooking pad or a cooking mitt. Use the lid or something like that. It can also be like a cookie sheet. That's a way to suppress the fire and make sure that we can extinguish it quickly and effectively. Okay. You can always call 911. That's a given. But we want people to have the tools to be able to put out a fire quickly. We don't want to use water, especially on a grease fire, and that's important, and we're going to show you here in a minute why that's so critical and what the damage can result if you do throw water onto a cooking grease fire.
Okay, that's good to know. Let's take a look at what you got going on here, and let's see.
Okay, so anytime we have an oil fire like this, the number one thing we want to do is we want to take a lid or something and we want to cover that fire and smother it. And then immediately after that, we want to turn the oven off and ensure and just leave it. And you can always call 911 to ensure that it's not going to...
Just leave that lid on there.
Correct.
With the heat off.
That's exactly right. Again, that's the number one thing. We do not want to use water on something like that.
So what happens, can you show us what happens if somebody, what happens if you throw water on a grease fire?
Absolutely. So as you can see, he removed the lid. That fire is going to start back up. And so now, as an example, this is what we do not want to do. We want to show people that the dangers of putting water on a grease fire and the significant damage that can cause to individuals and to their home.
Oh wow, that's hot.
So as you can see, just a very small amount of water inside that grease fire creates a significant amount of fire that would extend up into cabinets, into microwaves, into anything that's around, plus cause significant damage to whoever is there in the kitchen.
So yeah, thanks for showing us. I didn't realize that, water makes bigger flames,
Absolutely.
Especially with something like this.
Absolutely. We run the risk of significant injury to our residents, to children. We want to make sure that we protect our community, and this is a critical life safety message, especially during these holiday times.
Well, thank you for these tips. I think this will help all of us cook a little safer this holiday season.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, and we'll send it right back to Rachel. Thank you. This is Joshua Timothy with SoJo News Now.
Thanks, Josh. Speaking of the holidays, crews are installing lights as we speak at South Jordan City Center for our annual Light the Night event. Our City Recreation Department is preparing some new treats for this year's event, as well as bringing back some classic holiday fun. Now, we'll visit with our Recreation Director, Janelle Payne, and Events Coordinator, Natalie Domino, for details about this truly heartwarming holiday event. Hey, you two.
Thanks, Rachel. My name is Janelle Payne, and I'm the Director of Recreation for the City of South Jordan, and we're here to talk to you about an upcoming event we have going on. This is Natalie Domino. She's our event coordinator here at the city. Natalie, can you tell us about what's coming up?
I would love to. We've got Light the Night coming up. It's on December 2nd, starting at 6 p.m. We're going to do a tree lighting for the holidays. We've also got candy windows out that you can look and see. And a fun activity that's returning this year is our Find the Gnomes game.
Oh, that sounds fun. How do you do that?
Like a picture in front of City Hall that you can use your phone and take a picture of it, and then just go find all the gnomes. They'll be hiding, some with the candy windows, all of them kind of on Town Center Drive. That night we'll also have, you can write letters to Santa, and Santa will write you back. We have an in with the big guy.
Nice.
We're handing out free hot cocoa and cookies, and then with your cocoa and cookies you get these really cool glasses. You might have seen them the last couple of years, but we are bringing them back. What they do is there's different kinds, and when you put them on and look at the lights, the little lights on Town Center Drive, they turn each light into like a fun little shape.
That's so cool.
Yep.
Awesome. So you mentioned some things that are going on throughout Town Center the month of December. What specific is special about December 2nd?
December 2nd is Light the Night. So from 6 to 8 p.m. is when we're doing the free cookies and cocoa.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock, that's when we count down and we light up all the lights at one time.
Okay.
And then we also have Santa. He comes in on
So
the
you've
fire
got
truck.
the real connections.
We've got the real connections.
That's awesome.
And as Santa walks down Town Center Drive, we've got him followed up with the Bingham High Drumline.
Okay.
So they kind of do an escort down
That's
the road
awesome.
with him. And then we also have a lot of live music. Mrs. Claus will be reading stories. We've got a winter market, wagon rides with some horses. So it's a lot of fun things.
That's awesome. What's new this year? You said a lot of this is traditional.
Most of it is traditional. A couple of new things that we're bringing is we're going to have some live reindeer. And we also have some ice sculptures that we're going to have out at the event.
Oh, awesome.
So,
That sounds like a ton of fun.
yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Great. And can you remind us the day and the time again?
December 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. And you want to be there at 6 because that's when we do the lighting. And that's when the drumline comes and
Okay.
Santa is walking down Town Center
So the
Drive.
excitement really
Yeah.
at 6.
Really,
Awesome.
the excitement is at 6.
All right, so that's a lot of information. If people if they can't remember, they want to find it again or send it to their friends and family, where can they find that?
The best place to go is our website, sjc.utah.gov.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much. We hope you come out and join us at Light the Night, December 2nd, 6 to 8. And back to you, Rachel.
Thanks for that update. I can't wait. Residents have been asking the same question for many months. When will I have access to Google Fiber service? Well, our reporter Matt Jorgensen has an update on the construction progress and some answers to those burning questions.
Rain or shine, Google Fiber is going to lay that line. I'm Matt Jorgensen with SoJo News Now, reporting to you from Elkview Court in South Jordan City, where crews have been diligently laying Google Fiber line in this neighborhood. Google Fiber installation for the first part of our city is complete. Neighborhoods in the northeastern corner of the city are completed, which can be seen on the map in green. There are sections to the south and west of those areas that are under construction, like the Holt Farmstead neighborhood, and around the intersections of 2700 West and 9800 South, all the way to 4000 West, which are yellow on the map. Google Fiber installation will continue through the winter into next year with targeted completion in less than a year. Residents in the areas that were first completed are already signing up for service. If you want to receive updates about when Google Fiber service will be available in your neighborhood, visit fiber.google.com. Residents with questions or concerns about Google Fiber construction can call the Google Fiber Construction Hotline, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by calling 1-877-454-6959. And I'm Matt Jorgensen with SoJo News Now. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you for tuning in to SoJo News Now. We'll see you next time.